Nursery 5, it's Morah Nechama. I'm here to show you how to make delicious chocolate chip cookies with a few ingredients. Because since Pesach is coming up, we need to get rid of our chametz. And chametz is, we can't use our flour on Pesach. We use different things to bake like cornstarch or potato starch, but we can't use flour. Because when the Jews left Mitzrayim, they took along flour and water, and it didn't rise. It turned into matzah instead of challah. So in order to remember that on Pesach, we get rid of all our chametz. We get rid of wheats and oats and barley and rye and our flour. Because we can't have leavened bread, anything that rises, anything that has flour with water for more than 18 minutes becomes chametz. So we stay away from flour on Pesach. We stay away from other types of foods. And so I'm going to show you what we need for our cookie.
So I'm going to tell you the ingredients that you need and the measurements for the chocolate chip cookie recipe. So you need 1 cup of mini chocolate chips. If you don't have mini, you can use regular. 1.5 cups of flour. 1/2 cup of white sugar. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You need 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And you need 1/2 cup of oil. Here are the ingredients for the chocolate chip recipe. So you need 1 cup of chocolate chips. You measure it out with a measuring cup and pour it into the bowl. Then I measured it out already. This is 1.5 cups of flour. You pour it in the bowl. And then you need to take 1/2 cup of white sugar and you pour that in. And then you take 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You pour that in. And then you take 1/2 cup of oil, you pour it in. And then you need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm going to put in 2. 1, 2. And then you need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I have my salt. Take 1/2 teaspoon. Put it in. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now you're going to mix all the ingredients up together like this with a fork until it becomes crumbly. Now we're going to put an egg in. Crack it like that. Put it in. I'm going to mix it. So it should look like this. It's crumbly. If it's a little too crumbly, you can add a drop more oil to keep it together. Then you're going to pour it onto your cookie sheet. Make sure to wash your hands before you do this step. You're going to form it into a log. That's like a rectangle shape. You're going to put it in the oven on 350 for 23 minutes. And then after you take it out of the oven, you're going to cut it into slices and enjoy. So when you take it out of the oven, it looks like this. Delicious.